Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am back with another video, and as you can see, it is another foundation hunt. This is a hunt on a foundation you guys have been asking me about ever since before it launched, and it just recently launched, I believe like 3 weeks ago, like the very end of December. It is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Get ready guys, it's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. So this foundation retails for $14 for 0.43 fluid ounces, and I picked this up in the shade 23, which I believe is Chesnut. Now, just looking, I hope the camera is picking up the actual box. Just looking at the box, can y'all see why I'm just a little bit of irritated right now? Can you see that? No? All right, let me take it out of the box. See if you can tell that way. Let's see here. Now, can you tell why I might be a little bit irritated with this shade? Now, it could just, chalk it up to, alright, you picked the wrong shade. My issue here is that I had no choice but to pick my shade online. No one likes shopping for foundations online because you can never really tell. Your computer might be a different brightness, how the color comes off on your screen may not be how it comes off in real life. And this is something people should have been excited about because NYX came out with 24 shades for this foundation. Only 6 of those 24, are available for you to try in Ulta stores. And I've noticed that a lot with Ulta. Whenever a new foundation is released, they put out, the typical shades that we're used to seeing. And then I'm assuming they must be like, well, you know what, we'll see how it goes with these 6 shades. And depending on how well this foundation sells, then we'll put out something for, the paler girls, because I don't believe they have any options in the store either from what I can remember from the display, and for darker girls. I guess we'll just play Russian roulette until they decide to put something in the store for us. So I purchased it online, and this is the second to last shade. I will insert some screenshots from the website of the next, 2 or 3 shades above this one, and you'll see, if you were me shopping online for this foundation, if you would have thought, being my skin tone, that was the shade you should have gone for. So don't get me wrong, it is great that there are darker shades like this, and there is even one darker than this. That is great. However, we're not second-class citizens. We should be able to try it in the store like everyone else. And that goes for my pale girls too. Okay, so mini rant over. Now, like always, I'm going to tell you what this foundation claims to do. It claims to be from sheer to full ideal coverage, have a velvety matte finish, simply adjust the number of drops until you create the look that you're feeling. And it says to buff expertly using the Total Control Drop Foundation. Now, because I purchased this from NYX website directly, they had $25 free shipping, and somehow in my head I thought I needed to get that $25. So I did end up getting the brush, which also sells for $14 that they sell together. If you've seen the Bare Minerals, I believe, yeah, it was Bare Minerals that had the brush that had the little circle inside when you put the foundation in there. This brush kind of resembles that. I don't mind buying the brush because NYX does have some good brushes, but we'll see how this goes with this foundation. Alright, so it says to shake really well. Oh, I wish my camera could pick up that sound. It sounds so liquidy in the... Can you hear that? Alright, anyway. And on the actual box it says 2 drops for light coverage, 3 drops for medium coverage, and 4+ drops for full coverage. Well, unless you're new, I usually go for medium to full coverage, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna do the whole, build it up, the whole 4 drops, and see how much it does build up on your face. Also, unless you are new, then you know that I usually do one side with a beauty blender and the other side with a brush. Because of the type of foundation that this is, beauty blender is not ideal for applying it, since a beauty blender soaks up product, and this isn't, you don't want this soaking up since there's barely anything there. So I decided the other side of my face, I would try using this the other way products like this are used. If you've seen the Cover FX custom drops, you add that to another foundation. So I'm going to try doing that on the other side of my face using the Nars Velvet matte skin tint. If you've seen my year in review video, then you know I love adding this with every other foundation. So I'm going to try adding this into this, and hopefully, you know, this color will add some actual color back into my skin. Okay, so it said 2 drops for light coverage. 1, 2. You're wondering why I didn't just drop it into the brush. I actually tried that and it just sent to the bottom of the brush, so I'm assuming you're not supposed to add it to the brush. But alright, let's just see how this goes with 2 drops. Alright, so here is 2 drops on this side of my face. It is pretty light. For those of you who, you know, want sheer, damn near not there coverage, I guess this is 2 drops. Okay, so it says 3 drops for medium coverage. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here is what it says medium 3 drops will look like. And last but not least, it says 4 drops for full coverage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like black opals, black walnut all over again. I guarantee you, had I gotten one of the lighter shades, there would have been someone in the comments, I think you should go down some shades, like the last one. And last but not least, this is what they say full coverage will look like with 4+ drops. Now, as far as that goes, I would have to say that is pretty true. As you saw, it built up. The first one did look like sheer coverage, the second one did look like medium coverage, and this one does look like full coverage. There is a little bit showing through of my skin, but it's pretty much full coverage. So as I said, I'm now going to try mixing the foundation with the Nars foundation on this side of my face. Alright, so I guess I'll do 4 drops of the NYX foundation and a little bit of the Nars. So we're gonna mix, it's a liquidy foundation, so I can't really show you, but I'm gonna mix those 2 on this side. Okay, so here it is on the other side of my face, used as an additive with another foundation. So it is 11:50. So I'm going to keep all thoughts to myself until I see how this wears throughout the day. I will be back later. Okay, so I am back and it is now 6:17 and this is what my face looks like. I'll insert a clip here of what I look like before I left and what I look like right now. Okay, so as far as what this foundation claimed to do, it didn't really claim to do much other than to, I believe, have a velvet matte finish. Oh, and it said it was sheer to full coverage depending on how many drops you wanted to use. So as far as the drops, like I said, it was pretty accurate as far as, you know, 2+ drops is light sheer coverage, 3+ drops was a medium coverage, and 4+ drops were full coverage. However, even with the 4+ drops for full coverage, it was like an average full coverage. Like if you're looking for something like Kat Von D full coverage, think of all of the like extreme, like the L'Oreal Infallible, like that type of full coverage. This is not it. At least it's not it with those directions. You will have to keep applying drops onto your face to reach that level of full coverage. However, you know, someone like me who likes like medium coverage to full coverage, it is pretty accurate what it says on the box. And as far as the finish, it did have a velvet matte finish. However, for me, I felt it was a little bit more on the matte side than it was the velvet side. And now to go over the elephant in the room. As you can see, one side of my face is looking a little corpsey, and the other side of my face is looking like the body's still a little warm, but we're getting there. We're getting there towards corpsey. And as I mentioned before I left, I had to purchase online because the darker shades are not available in the store. However, I'm not sure if I mentioned the fact that the bottle has this, you know, frost, icy-ish type texture to it, and that's how it looks on the website. So not only do you have, you know, to worry about like what lighting they took the pictures in when they were taking the online photos for this product, but also it appears frosty like that online as well, so that makes it even harder to find your shade. I have already started the return and exchange process of this, just for some, you know, clarification of like shades here. Jackie did post a video using all NYX products. Of course, it was after I already made my purchase, and I believe she used the shade Silk. So it starts with an S. Shit, what shade was that? Sable. Yeah, that was the shade that she used. So if you always match to the same foundation that she does, that was the shade that she used in the video. So having that reference and having this reference, I decided I was going to exchange this for the shade Mocha. That is the next shade up that has a olive undertone to it, because the one or two shades in between Mocha and this shade, they either have a red undertone or a really cool undertone. So I want to try that olive undertone in Mocha. Of course, I will keep you guys updated on that. And that's really the only thing about this foundation that just really got on my nerves. I could not stand the fact that they make it harder for paler and darker girls to find a shade, because I'm not sure if you guys noticed this, but do you see how matte my face is? Like, bruh, this might be the mattest a foundation has ever stayed on my face this entire process of trying out all of these foundations. It's still lightweight on my face, still cannot feel that I have anything on my face, especially with this side where I have two foundations on, even though they are, you know, lighter foundations, but I have two of them on. Still can't feel anything on my face. The transfer is on this. Does it transfer? Yes, it does, but on a scale of 1 to 10 of how much does it transfer, I'd say it's at about a 4, somewhere around there. I will insert a flash test somewhere here. If you see flash on the side that has the NYX foundation and the Nars foundation, that could also be due to the fact that the Nars foundation has an SPF 30, I believe. It has a high SPF, so there is flashback in that foundation. So would I recommend that you try this product? As far as the formula goes and the wear of this foundation, yes, I would, because this is like one of the best wear tests that I have done so far. Like, we see how matte my face still is, especially since I have no other products on top of it to combat my oiliness or anything like that. The only thing I have an issue with is the colors, and it's not even like the color range. It's not like they have, you know, 6 colors. It's the fact that they only give like 6 options in the store, and everyone else is just like, you know, try it out. If it doesn't work, you know, send it back and return it. And who wants to go through the process of that? I am going to go through the process and let you guys know how it goes with a new shade, but it was like, not everyone has the time to do that. You know, not everyone has the time to send it back, wait for the next one to come. What happens if something goes wrong with that? What happens if the next one comes and you don't like that shade either? It shouldn't be that hard. So that is my only issue with this foundation. Also, would I recommend that you purchase this brush to go with it? I thought like you would just put the foundation, like drop them in the brush and then apply it to your face, kind of similar to the Bare Minerals one. But when I did that, it just like it's so much of a light foundation that it just like went to the bottom of the brush. So I feel like you might end up using more product and, you know, applying more layers than you want to by doing it that way. Other than the fact that it has this nice shape, like I didn't really see anything else that this does, but it is a nice brush. It feels like a nice brush, you know, it has this cool design to it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's it for this video. I hope my review and seeing this foundation yourself has helped your decision of whether or not you were going to try it out for yourself. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.